Is my screen is visible to all? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so today we will start our third chapter because object lifetime and garbage collection is based on the exception handling because some exceptions are there. So after considering all this part means exception and error handling, we can see the garbage collection. Okay, so first we will cover exception handling chapter, and after that we will see this point which is present in the second chapter. Okay, that's why I have changed this scenario, because if you have understood this exception handling and file handling means basic IO, then and then only you can go to garbage collection. Okay, that's why I have not considered that point. And one more thing, wrapper classes. Wrapper classes we have already seen in the inheritance sorry, abstract classes, but only some new concepts are there. In that it may happen that exception will occur like a nested class, then wrapper class. So nested class, wrapper class, and garbage collection we will see after completion of the third chapter. That's why I have kept that part aside. So we will directly start the exception handling, and after that we will see these 3 points. Okay. So in this third chapter, exception, error handling, and basic IO, these three concepts are there. In exception and error handling, these many parts are there. Means first we have to find out whether exception is there or errors are present in our program. According to that, you have to minimize that errors or minimize remove that exception or handle that exception. Then catching and handling of a exception, try block, the catch block, finally block, throwing exception, chained exception, custom exceptions. This is nothing but the user defined exception, and JUnit framework. In previous syllabus, they have not mentioned testing part, but in new syllabus they have added the testing concepts. Okay, because whenever you will find out the software testing part, in that case you should know at least one testing in your engineering subjects. Okay, that's why they have added this new part. In previous syllabus they have not mentioned testing part, so it may be it somewhat quite difficult to understand the testing concept while learning the software testing subject. Okay, so they have added JUnit testing framework. So after completion of exception handling, we will see that testing framework. Okay, and then basic IO. Basic IO is totally depend on the file handling. Then different types of streams. What is meant by stream? How we are designing it? We will see in that part only, because you have already seen the strings. But what is meant by stream? You should understood after seeing the input and output statements. Okay, then file reading writing means all the crude operations with file handling. Okay, so this is your third chapter. Then fourth chapter is a Java collection, but first we will cover third, then this nested class, wrapper class, and garbage collection, and then we will move towards our fourth chapter. Okay, any queries regarding this syllabus? Shall we start? Yes, shall we start? Okay. Okay, so I will close this syllabus and we will directly move towards our. And one more thing, your present is too less today. I will inform to your CC. Okay, I think for middle lecture you are doing like this only. I feel that you are attending Java lectures very seriously, because I am having always my lecture at the morning. That's why I'm feeling like that you are attending very seriously. But this is not the case, because you are. I think you are not interested in these lectures. But this is totally wrong approach. Okay, because this whatever things we are doing, this is for your use only. I know you are unable to fetch all these things in these lectures, but we are sending its notes as well as whatever PPTs are there, then links are there on your group. Yes, you can see afterwards if you are having any network issues, but attendance is very much mandatory because this is my first lecture which is at the middle slot. I am feeling that you are interested in Java, that's why you are attending with full attendance. I will inform to your CC. Okay, so we will start with our exception handling and error handling. Okay, anybody knows what is meant by exception or errors? If no, you can share with me. From roll number 41 to 50, I have given one statement. Whether anybody has completed that part? Roll number 43 is there? Yes, roll number 43 is there? Absent? Okay, I have noted. Roll number 43 is absent. 47 is always absent. 49?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you solved that statement?
No, ma'am.
Why? 1 week
I
has
forgot.
completed, no?
Hmm.
Today you have to submit it, and
Sure, ma'am.
you have to submit it on the group only, okay? So other students can see and they can complete their side also,
Okay.
okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. 45 is there? Roll number 45. At least give me some response, otherwise your absentee will be marked because I am calling and you are not here. Roll number 45. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes?
exception is nothing but the runtime error which cause the
Okay.
abnormal condition. There are some user-defined exception also. By using exception handling concept, we can define our own exception, and there are some built-in exception also, just like
Right.
number format exception, null point exception.
Right. Right. Okay. So we will start. Fiza has mentioned a right concept. Okay. Now we will see what is meant by exception. Okay. So here I have mentioned that exception exception is an abnormal condition in Java. An exception is an event that disrupts the normal flow of the program. It is an object which is thrown at runtime. Okay, so first I will mention that what is meant by exception. Okay, now suppose I have written one program. In that program I have taken one variable as a is equal to suppose a is equal to suppose 100 is there and b is equal to 0, and I am dividing by 0 to that 100, means a divided by b. Actually its answer is infinity, but while creating program it will generate the error. Actually this is not a error, this is a type of a exception, and that exception comes under the arithmetic exception. Okay, because we are doing arithmetic operation, division is the nothing but arithmetic operation. So this is the arithmetic exception. So such a types of a exception we should handle in our programs. Okay, so that we can run, means we can maintain the actual or normal flow of our program. Otherwise your program will be stuck in that line only and it will not move further. Means its compilation processes get stopped if compile time exception is there, and if runtime exception is there, then your execution part will get stopped. Okay, so according to that you have to handle that exceptions. First we will cover the theory part, then we will move towards the actual programs regarding exceptions. Okay, so exception is nothing but an abnormal condition, and exception handling is a mechanism to handle runtime errors such as class not found exception, IO exception, exception, remote exception, etc. Now see, just I have mentioned that we will see the next nested classes and wrapper classes after completion of this exception. Because if while making the nested class, if I not found that parent class which is present in that nesting, then we have to handle that exception. Okay, so that's why class not found exception is used. Okay, then IO exception. This exception is regarding with the input output statements. Okay, it may be input stream is there, input strings are there, input variables are there, likewise. So IO exception is totally depends on the taking the input and printing the output. Okay, then SQL exception. This exception type is totally based on the database. Okay, so whenever you are accessing any values from the database, and if that value is not present, or that row or that column is not present in the database, at that time you should handle SQL exception. Okay, then remote exception. Remote exception is regarding your networking part. Okay, if you are handling some clients using IP addresses, likewise. Okay, so such a types of exceptions will come in front of you, so you should handle it, then and then only your normal flow of program will be get continued. Otherwise it will be stuck at that point only, and your further execution of program is get stopped. Okay, then before starting the actual working of a exception, we will first see the hierarchy of the exception handling. Okay, so see, this is the hierarchy of the exception handling. Is it visible, or should I increase the font? Yes, is it visible?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay,
Increase the font, like,
okay, I will
yeah,
increase it.
yeah, now it is.
Okay, so throwable is nothing but the object. Okay, we will see what is meant by throwable, but till now only remember, consider that this is the object. Exception is actually divided into two parts, exception and errors. We cannot remove the means we cannot handle the errors, but we can handle the exceptions. Okay, so first we will see types of errors, then we will see exceptions. Okay, now see. Okay, now see, different types of errors are there. Which are those types of errors? Stack overflow, then virtual machine, out of memory. I have mentioned very few types of errors in this diagram. Okay, there are many types of errors are there, but out of that I have mentioned the main error types. Okay, stack overflow error. Whenever we are using memory, and in that memory, suppose stack like data structure you have used, and you are adding the data in that stack, but that stack memory is get fulfilled. In that case it will generate the stack overflow error. If you are using virtual machine, means you are using some another media to cover your complete work. In that case, that media is not connected with your program. In that case it will generate the virtual machine error. And out of memory, you know it, many times you have seen in your programs also. Okay, means the whatever memories get allocated is either it is mismatched, or it is fulfilled, or that memory location is not present, likewise. Okay, so all these types of errors comes under the out of memory error. Okay, then These are the very few examples of errors. Now we will see our actual concept, the exceptions. Exception handling is also again divided into compile time exception, runtime exception. Okay, which are the compile time, which are the runtime, we will see at the time of a program. Till now, only consider all these exceptions. Okay, in this diagram also I have mentioned so you can understand it. First, exception is the IO exception. Right now I have mentioned in the previous slide only. Then SQL exception, class not found exception. Okay, so these three are the exceptions which are based on the compile time. ओके, हे जे 3 एक्सेप्शन्स आहेत, अजून बरेच एक्सेप्शन्स आहेत. आय हॅव कन्सिडर ओनली 3 ओव्हर हियर. हे जे 3 एक्सेप्शन्स आहेत हे फक्त कंपाईल टाइम एक्सेप्शन्स आहेत. ओके, अँड रन टाइम एक्सेप्शन्स, arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, number format exception, array index out of bounds. Okay, this is the part of a index out of bounds exception. Okay, again it is divided into array index out of bounds exception and string index out of bounds exception. Okay, so first understood that whenever we are compiling our programs, means Java C, we are writing compilation statement as a Java C space program name dot Java, right? So these three are implemented at the time of a compilation. Okay, because if you have not made link with the input output or with the database or with the class, you cannot move further. That's why these three are nothing but the compile time exceptions, and these remaining runtime exceptions means, suppose I have written my program as a is equal to 100 divided by 0. Syntactically it is correct, right? Because what we are mentioning in syntax, whenever we are doing arithmetic operations, first variable divided by second variable means first value divided by second value, right? So this is syntactically correct, but whenever we are running it, you will find out we are unable to divide with the 0, right? So this part is comes under the arithmetic exception. Then null pointer exception, number format exception. I will show you program for each and every exception for runtime exception. Okay, and after that we will see the compile time exceptions. Okay, then this one. Any queries regarding this hierarchy? I will share this hierarchy with you because it quite possible to take screenshot from your side. So don't take tension. I will share that. Okay, only understood what I have told you over here. I will share this image so you can easily finding out all these exceptions togetherly. Okay, till if you want to take it, you can take it. I have kept it like this. Means throwable is divided into exception and error. This part is totally regarding compile time, and after this runtime it will totally divided into runtime exception. Okay, I will move it. Okay, you can take remaining. Understood? So this is totally theory part. If you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, we will move forward. Okay. Now we have seen the hierarchy. Now we will move towards the actual types of a Java exception. Okay. There are mainly two types of exceptions, checked and unchecked. Here an error is considered as a unchecked exception. According to Oracle, there are 3 types of a exception. Okay. Means,
Ma'am.
yes.
Sorry for interruption, but I have doubt.
Yes. Okay. Ask.
Ma'am, you had explained there are built-in stack exception. Okay.
Yes.
Then once you also had noticed, everyone also had noticed the stack dumped out error.
Right. Right.
Okay. So means how it is occurred and means and we it's come under which category of exception?
Okay. First one, this is not an exception. This is actually error part because we cannot handle it. Whenever that type of a message is come in front of us, in that case we cannot handle it. That's why it is called as the error, and that error will occur whenever that linking part is not possible. Okay, now suppose I am opening my computer and I found out that stack interrupted, likewise error, right? Many of you have seen that. Yes? Hello?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, what will happen? Whatever we are opening means whatever window we are opening, that window is not get open means that window is not properly linked with our memory. That's why that message is comes in front of us. Okay. So this is the main problem regarding that stack not found error. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
And whenever we will see some examples means some programs, at that time if possible to track that type of error in my program, I will track it. But it may happen that this is quite impossible because whenever some memory problems are get occurred in our machine, then and then only such a types of errors will occur. Okay, so I think I'm unable to print in front of you. Still, I will try some examples whenever I will in the college. Okay, एखादा जरी पीसी जर त्या प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये असेल तर ती एरर समोर येते. अदरवाईज जर आपली मेमरी व्यवस्थित कनेक्टेड असेल ना तर ती एरर नाही जनरेट होत. ओके ओके फिजा
Yeah, ma'am.
अंडरस्टूड.
Yeah, ma'am. It's
Okay.
understood.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody has any other doubt regarding this? If yes, you can ask me because you should clear that doubts. Then and then only you can handle the exceptions in your program. Yes. I know this is a very theoretical part is going on because whenever we will understand this, then and then only we can move towards the programs. Okay, so you should know first all these points, then and then only we can do it. Okay, should I start types of a Java exception? If no doubts are there.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Okay. So totally it is divided into three parts: checked exception, unchecked exception, errors. And this division is based on the oracle because some concepts are divided into sometimes they are mentioning like that it is divided into checked and unchecked, and from oracle side it is divided into three parts. Okay, so first we will see what is mean by checked exception. The classes which directly inherit throwable class except runtime exception and error are known as checked exception. For example, IO exception, SQL exception, etc. So checked exceptions are checked at the compile time. So you can call it as a compile time exceptions also. Okay, that we have mentioned in the hierarchy part. Then unchecked exception. The classes which inherit runtime exception are known as the unchecked exceptions. For example, null pointer exception, arithmetic exception, then array index which is part of the index out of bounds exception, etc. Okay, so unchecked exception are not checked at the compile time but they are checked at the runtime. So according to that we can divide exception handling into two parts: compile time as well as runtime exception. Okay, so while at the time of interviews you should remember that checked exceptions are nothing but the compile time exceptions and unchecked exceptions are nothing but the runtime exceptions. Okay, then last one is the error. Error is irrecoverable. Okay, if we have found array out of memory error, virtual machine error, assertion. What is mean by assertion? At the time of a error I will show you. Then remaining one is nothing but regarding your remote exception, right? Means whenever you are covering networking part, then remote exception will be there, and this is nothing but the part of a error. Okay, so any doubts in this part? Should I move towards next part, that is Java exception keywords?
Yes, ma'am, it is clear. You can move
Okay.
further.
Now see, I have mentioned here total 5 keywords. Okay, in this table I have mentioned total 5 keywords: try, catch, finally, throw, and throws. These keywords are nothing but the different blocks. Whenever we will see further part, at that time you will find out that this is the try block, catch block, finally block, throw, and throws. Okay, you should remember the difference between throw and throws. Okay, now we will see one by one what is meant by try block, catch block, likewise. The try keyword is used to specify a block where we can should place exception code. ओके, ट्राय ब्लॉक मध्ये आपल्याला काय लिहायचं आहे? ज्या स्टेटमेंटला एक्सेप्शन ऑकर होण्याचे चान्सेस आहेत ते सगळे स्टेटमेंट्स ट्राय ब्लॉक मध्ये लिहायचे. ओके, जर मी एक व्हेरिएबल घेतलं, सेम एक्झाम्पल ठेवते मी. ओके, ए इज इक्वल टू 100 डिवाइड बाय 0, राईट. तिथं मी 0 ने डिवाइड करते म्हणजे एक्सेप्शन 100% येणार आहे. तर ते जे स्टेटमेंट आहे ते तुम्हाला ट्राय ब्लॉक मध्ये लिहायचं. ओके, देन the try block must be followed by either catch or finally. Okay, I will mention at the time of a program how we can writing this. Only remember that try block means after completion of statements in the try block, you should follow it by catch or finally block. Either one will be there. You can write both, but at least catch will be there or finally will be there. If you have written both, then no issues. Okay, it means we can't use try block alone. So this is the one type of a MCQ question at the time of a aptitude. Okay, whenever Java aptitude test will be there, this is one type of a MCQ question. Okay, so these are the very important chapter for your career. Then catch. The catch block is used to handle the exception, right? आता मी इथे मागाशी काय मेन्शन केलं? A is equal to 100 divided by 0. ओके, ते अरिथमॅटिक एक्सेप्शन आहे. तर हे अरिथमॅटिक एक्सेप्शन आहे हे युजरला प्रिंट करून देण्यासाठी कॅच ब्लॉक यूज केला जातो. ओके, अँड इन दॅट कॅच ब्लॉक वी आर रायटिंग दॅट arithmetic exception, because arithmetic exception is one of the class and we are taking its object and we are handling that exception. It must be proceeded by try block, which means we can't use catch block alone. ओके, ट्राय लिहिल्यानंतर तुम्हाला आयदर कॅच किंवा फायनल लिहायचाच आहे, पण तुम्ही फक्त कॅच ब्लॉक लिहिलात तर तिथे तुम्हाला एरर जनरेट होईल. ओके, इट कॅन बी फॉलोड बाय फायनली ब्लॉक लॅटर. मीन्स ट्राय नंतर तुम्ही कॅच नंतर फायनली लिहू शकता, पण सिम्पल कॅच लिहिता येत नाही, त्याच्या आधी ट्राय मस्ट आहे. ओके, आणि ट्राय लिहिला असेल तर कॅच किंवा फायनली लिहिणं मस्ट आहे. ओके, देन थर्ड कीवर्ड इज finally. The finally block is used to execute the important code of the program. Means it is executed whether an exception is handled or not. ओके, जर मला कंपाईल टाइम एक्सेप्शन आलं तर तुम्ही फायनली कडे जाणं मस्ट आहे. मीन्स व्हॉट एव्हर कोड यू वॉन्ट टू शो और व्हॉट एव्हर यू message you want to pass to user through this program, you should write it into the finally block. Means if your program is not executed, then also that message will reach to that particular user. Okay, whenever we will see that program, I will show you which types of a message must be written in the finally block. If there is a possibility of exception or other, means compile time or runtime exceptions are there. Okay, at that time, to send or to forward the message from that program to user, you should write finally block in your program. Okay, then throw keyword is used to throw an exception. Okay, we will see in later lectures. Till now only consider throw is the keyword which is used to throw an exception, and throws is the keyword is used to declare the exception. Okay, only difference is by s. जर सिंपल थ्रो असेल तर एक्सेप्शन थ्रो करण्यासाठी यूज केलं जातं. ओके, आणि जर थ्रोज असेल तर एक्सेप्शन डिक्लेअर करण्यासाठी केलं जातं. It doesn't throw an exception. It specifies that there may occur an exception in the method. It is always used to with method signature. ओके, हा पार्ट आपण नंतर कन्सिडर करणार. आधी तुम्हाला ट्राय कॅच फायनली हे कम्प्लीट लक्षात आल्यानंतर मग आपण थ्रो आणि थ्रोज कडे जाणार आहे. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज try block. Okay, so before moving towards try block, we will see some examples because you know now what is meant by try, catch, and finally. Okay, so this is the syntax for a try block. Okay, first we will cover and then only we will move towards. See, try block. The try block is used to enclose the code that might throw an exception. It may be used within the method as we have seen in that chart only. If an exception occur at the particular statement of the try block, the rest of the code will be get not executed, right? So it is recommended not to keeping the code in the try block that will not throw an exception. ओके, ज्याला एक्सेप्शन येणार आहे तेच फक्त स्टेटमेंट्स ट्राय ब्लॉक मध्ये ऍड करायचे. अदरवाइज यू हॅव टू राईट इट आउटसाइड द ट्राय ब्लॉक. Java try block must be followed by either catch or finally. Okay, so this is the syntax for the try catch block. Okay, so whatever code you want to throw means you want to handle the exception, you have to write it into the try block. This is exception class name and its object. And if you are followed by finally, then whatever code you want to write in final block, you can write over here. Same with catch block. Java catch block is used to handle the exception by declaring the types of exception within the parameter as we have mentioned here. Okay, so this is one type of a parameter declaration. The declared exception must be parent class exception, that is exception, or the generated except. What is mean by parent class exception we will see at the time of a multi catch block. Okay, so at that time you will find out what is meant by parent class exception. However, the good approach is to declare the generated type of a exception, because if we have written there as a simply exception, it will first check all the types of a exception which are present in the Java, and according to that it will find out which type of a exception was occurred. So its better option is that you should mention which type of exception will occur in that program. Then the catch block must be used after the try block only. Means we cannot change the sequence of a try, catch, and finally block. Okay, after try, catch will be there, and after catch, finally will be there. And if you are following try block, then finally, then after writing the try block, you should write the finally block. But after writing finally block, you cannot write the catch block. Okay, so you should remember all these types of hierarchies with you. Okay, so what is mean by multiple catch block we will see afterwards. First we will see different programs which are based on the exception handling. So I will first open the first program. Okay, firstly I have covered very simple programs, so it will be very easy to you understand it. Okay, now first read this program. What I have done over here. First read it, then I will explain it. Okay, have you read it? Yes, have you read it? Very simple program. Okay, now see. Now see, I have written one simple class, that is the example 1. Okay. In that class, I have written one main method, right? Then in that I have mentioned the try block. In that try block, I have written data is equal to 100 divided by 0. It means it will generate the exception. Okay. Before writing try block, what will happen we will first see, and then we will handle the exception. Okay. Now see, I will compile it first. Okay, so I will run first program. What is our first program? Example1 Java, right? Okay, now see, this is our first program. It is get successfully compiled because syntactically it is correct. Means we are dividing one number by another number. According to syntax, it is correct. But whenever we are running it, means arithmetic exception, as we have seen that it is the runtime exception, right? So whenever we are running this program, now see, it has shown me one message that exception in thread main java dot language dot arithmetic exception by 0. Okay, means here exception is occur. That's why this rest of the code means remaining line is not get printed in front of us. And if that syntax that part is having important message or important data that must be executed from this program, it will be get stopped. Okay, so to avoid such a types of a problems, we have to handle exceptions. That's why we are added here try and catch block. Now I will show you how to use the try and catch block. Okay, so in try block I have written the code which is having exception. In catch block we know it is type of a arithmetic exception. If you don't know which type of a exception is there, then you can write here only parent class of a exception, that is the simple exception. Okay, first I will show you with the help of a actual type of a exception, then parent class exception. Now I will again compile it and then execute it. Now see, it has handled the exception, that is the arithmetic exception, and rest of the codes means after that whatever code is there which is free from exception, that will also get executed. See here. Okay, rest of the code means whatever code we will write after that statement, all this code is get implemented over here. And we know this is arithmetic, that's why it is directly handled. And if you don't know which type of exception is there, then you can mention only exception and you can create its object. Okay, so automatically it generates which type of exception is present in our program. But better option is that if you know it which type of exception is there, please mention in that program only. So it will minimize the execution time from computer side. Okay, so take down its screenshot so I can move towards the next program. Okay, so this is the first type of a runtime exception. Now we will move towards the second type of a runtime exception. Okay. Okay. So I have considered here second exception, that is the null pointer exception. Now see, I have written here one variable string s is equal to null, means here we have not passed any value to that string. So in that case we are having one statement s dot l length. Here no any string is present, that's why we cannot calculate its length, so it is part of the exception. And which type of exception is there? Null pointer exception, means here no value is there, means that variable is totally blank. So in that case null pointer exception will be get fetched. Here also I have mentioned its name as a. You can write your own object because this is created by from it is created by our side. So you can write it as any name, you can mention it as a n o likewise, or you can give here as a another value, no issues. But if you want to print it on the console, that object must be present in the SOP statement. Then and then only it will be get printed. And if we have not written here that object, then you can write your own message also. First we will see its output, then I will mention its another statement. Okay. Null pointer exception. Okay, null pointer exception is get handled and remaining code is also get printed on the console. Now see, I will write here one another statement. I have mentioned here exception occurred, but I have not mentioned which type of exception. If I want to mention it, I can write here as a like we are doing at the time of printing the values. Okay, so you can do like this also. 1 minute. First I will print it, then I will add over there. Okay, exception occurred is get printed on the console and rest of the code is get also printed on the console. Okay, so likewise you can do it. So you can write your own message on that link or on that SOP statement, or you can 1 minute. Okay, so this is one type of a printing statement, or you can mention it as a simple object that we are having over there, that is the E only. Okay, so take it. Yes,
Remove the null.
null pointer
which you are,
exception. Only exception.
not-
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Ma'am, no.
Yes.
I want to say,
Huh.
which you assign the value s as a null. Okay.
Okay.
Just kept it as a s. Don't assign any kind of value to it.
Means only declaration part.
Yeah.
Okay. See here.
And rest of the program remain
As
same
it
as
is.
it is. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it will directly generate the error. Why it has generated error? Why not completed it as a exception? Because we have only declared here a variable as a s. You have not assigned any value, and if you have not assigned any value, you cannot use such a types of a methods for that particular string. That's why it has fetched as a error. Only exceptions are handled by the try catch block. Okay, not errors are handled by the try catch block. Okay, understood?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, now see, I will provide here some value. Now see, I am providing here values as a integer, right? But it is declared as a string. Still, it will generate the same error. Okay, because I have not provided here string value. Okay, required string value, but I have provided here integer value. Okay, now see, I will write it into double quote. Now it will be seeing like a string. Now it will generate the output without exception, because this is not a part of an exception, because we have assigned some value to s. We have not kept it as a blank. Okay, so it will generate, it will print value as a 3, right? Okay, because its length is a 3, that's why it has printed value as a 3, because s dot length we have to calculate. So here three separate characters are there, so here 3 is get printed and remaining code is as it is. Means if exception is not there, then it will be maintain its actual flow of execution. If exception is there, then it will not maintain its flow. That's why we have to handle it with the help of a cache flow. Okay, so take its screenshot also, because right now I have changed and it is like a complete flow of program. Have you taken its screenshot? Have you taken its screenshot?
Yeah, ma'am, I have taken.
Okay. Remaining all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hello, am I audible? Hello? Okay. Okay, okay. Understood. Yes, Anuja, what happened? ओके, जर
हॅलो
नेटवर्क हॅलो, हा, जर नेटवर्क इश्यू असेल ना तर ठीक आहे, फक्त एक मेसेज ड्रॉप करा. ठीक आहे, कारण की सध्या
हा
वातावरण ढगाळ आहे, त्याच्यामुळे ठीक आहे, तुमचे नेटवर्क इश्यूज होऊ शकतात. फक्त मेन्शन करा त्या वेळेस. ओके, पण
हा
अबसेंट पण होऊ
चालेल
नका, एवढंच फक्त सांगते.
हा हा
ओके, नाऊ माय स्क्रीन इज विजिबल टू ऑल.
येस मॅम
Okay. Have you taken its screenshot for this example? This is clear cut example, not any type of a exception is there because I have provided here S is equal to ABC. Sorry, this is next program. Have you taken previous program screenshot? Otherwise, I will open it again. Okay. Parsing. We have not covered parsing part, right? So right now only keep it in mind that we are converting string into integer. Okay. After completion of this part, we will see different types of parsing techniques. त्याच्यासाठी आपण एक सेपरेट लेक्चर घेऊन पार्सिंगचे कोणते प्रकार आहेत ते कसे कन्व्हर्जन्स होतात त्यासाठी आपण सेपरेट लेक्चर घेणार आहे. ठीक आहे. त्यासाठी मी ते आधीच्या लेक्चर्स मध्ये घेतलेलं नाही. फक्त आता सध्या एवढंच लक्षात ठेवा, मी स्ट्रिंग व्हॅल्यूला इंटिजर मध्ये कन्वर्ट करते, राईट. आता स्ट्रिंग माझी कोणती आहे, एबीसी, आणि ती मी कशामध्ये कन्वर्ट करते, इंटिजर. इज इट पॉसिबल? येस. कॅन वी कन्वर्ट स्ट्रिंग इनटू a complete word into integer?
No.
Right. Okay. If I have written a single character, then it is possible. It means it will generate the ASCII code. Here here only ASCII code is not there. Unicode system is there. So it will convert it into Unicode system if I have mentioned a single character. But it sometimes, otherwise it will generate the error. Now first I will mention the exception. Which type of exception will occur here? Number format exceptions means we cannot convert string into integer. We can convert character into integer. It means it get its Unicode value, means ASCII value. Okay. But here we are doing that, we are converting parse int, means we are converting this object, means whatever value which is present in that object, into integer. Okay. Till now only remember that this syntax, whenever that part is come in front of we will see separately in one lecture. ठीक आहे. जेव्हा रॅपर क्लास, गार्बेज कलेक्शन आणि नेस्टेड क्लास हे झाल्यानंतर मी पार्सिंगचे सगळे कन्सेप्ट घेईन. जर त्या लेक्चरला पॉसिबल झालं तर त्याच लेक्चरला, नाहीतर सेपरेट लेक्चर मध्ये. ओके. एनी डाउट्स? Okay, now I will run this program and after that I will convert it into character and then we will check whether that exception will occur or not. See here, number format exception for input string ABC. Okay, means we cannot convert string into integer. Now see, I have kept same value, sorry, same statement, but I have changed value as a. Okay, now see what will happen. Okay, because we cannot convert strings into integer. And if I have written here as character, okay, I am showing you all such a types of queries, okay, which will be present in your mind. Now see, I have written here character A and now check it is possible or not. Okay, so it will generate the error. Which error? Actual character cannot be converted to string by method invocation and method integer parse int string int is not applicable. Okay, लक्षात येते? आपण डायरेक्टली कॅरेक्टरला कन्वर्ट करू शकत नाही. That's why this type of error is there. Okay, so while doing programs you should remember all these possibilities, because whenever interviews are there, in that case they will ask all such a types of possibilities. Okay, and this is applicable for this swapping also. Okay, if you are implementing swapping programs, there are also different logics are there. Parsing techniques are also there. So whenever we will cover this syllabus, we will jump towards the interview questions and aptitude questions on Java. ओके. पण त्यासाठी म्हणून सांगते की तुम्ही सगळेजण व्यवस्थित लेक्चर्स अटेंड करा, कारण की ह्या ट्रिक्स आहेत ह्या कुठेही तुम्हाला अशा डायरेक्ट भेटणार नाहीयेत नेटवरती. हे जेव्हा तुम्ही स्वतः प्रॅक्टिस करताल किंवा मी इथे तुम्हाला दाखवत असते त्याच वेळेला तुम्हाला एकदम भेटतील. जर तुम्ही अशा एक एक ट्रिक्स शोधायला गेला तर त्यासाठी तुम्हाला दिवस दिवस घालवावे लागतील. That's why I'm telling you that please attend the lectures very rigorously. Then and then only it is possible to crack those aptitudes. ओके. जर तुम्हाला आता जावा व्यवस्थित कळत असेल तर पायथॉन इझिली समजणार आहे. लक्षात येतंय? नुसतं उप्स कन्सेप्ट आले म्हणून सगळं समजतं लगेच असं नाही, कारण की त्या उप्स कन्सेप्ट मध्ये सुद्धा थोडेसे व्हेरिएशन्स असतात लँग्वेज चेंज झाली की. As compared to Java, Python is very easy. But if you know all those concepts which are present in the Java, then and then only that language is easy. ओके. कारण की इथे तुम्हाला सेपरेट क्लासेस कोड व्यवस्थित लिहावे लागतात जावामध्ये. पण पायथॉन मध्ये तुम्ही ह्या गोष्टी एका स्टेटमेंट मध्येही लिहू शकता. पण ते कधी शक्य आहे जर तुम्हाला जावा मधले सिंटॅक्स माहित असतील, जावामध्ये आपण कसा कोड लिहितो हे जर स्ट्रक्चर तुमच्या डोळ्यासमोर असेल तर पायथॉन मध्ये लिहिणं खूप इझी जाईल. आणि मग तुम्हाला मशीन लर्निंग, एआय, ब्लॉकचेन ह्याच्याकडे जायला सोपं जाईल. हे जे प्रोजेक्ट इझिली करू शकतात. जे नवीन आहेत ह्या टेक्नॉलॉजीत त्यांना आधी जावा येणं खरंच गरजेचं आहे. त्याशिवाय तुम्हाला पायथॉन इझिली समजणार नाहीये. आणि तुम्ही इतके लकी आहात की तुम्हाला दोन्ही लँग्वेजेस एकाच सेमिस्टरला भेटल्यात. राईट? कारण की तुमचा जेव्हा जावाचा उप्स कन्सेप्ट चालू असतो त्याच वेळेला तुमचा पायथॉनचाही उप्स कन्सेप्ट चालू होणार असतो. म्हणजे तुम्हाला सायमल्टेनियसली दोन लँग्वेज शिकता येतात, त्यामुळे तुम्हाला डिफरन्स लक्षात राहतील पटकन. त्याच्यासाठी तुम्हाला लेक्चर्स आधी अटेंड करणं गरजेचं आहे. येस. सो please discuss with your friends. Tell them which uses are there after learning the Java. आणि जर तुम्हाला एक्झाम असतील, कोणत्याही एक्झाम्स असतील, तर जावा ही कॉमन लँग्वेज आहे इंटरव्ह्यू साठी ऍज वेल एज टेक्निकल ऍप्टीसाठी. जावा ही इम्पॉर्टंटच आहे. जरी पायथॉन इंट्रोड्यूस झालेली असली तरी ती इंटरव्ह्यू म्हणजे तुमच्या सिलेबस वरनं ती डिसाइड होणार आहे की त्यातले क्वेश्चन्स तुम्हाला कॅम्पस इंटरव्ह्यूला विचारले जातील का नाहीत. पण जावा हे आता सगळ्यांच्या सिलेबसला आहे, त्यामुळे जावा ही मस्ट असणार आहे, आधी तीच विचारली जाणार आहे. आणि त्याच्यानंतर मग कम्पॅरेटिव्ह लँग्वेज कडे ते वळणार आहेत. पण आधी तुम्हाला जावा तर यायला पाहिजे, त्याशिवाय तुम्ही डायरेक्टली पायथॉनवर स्विच नाही होऊ शकणार ऍज अ सीएससी बॅकग्राऊंड. ओके. सीएससी बॅकग्राऊंड आहे म्हटलं तुम्हाला जावा येणं मस्ट आहे. अदर बॅकग्राऊंड असतील तर त्यांनी डायरेक्टली पायथॉन स्टार्ट केलं तर ठीक आहे, पण तुम्हाला हे असणं तरच त्याचा यूज होणार आहे ना काहीतरी. So please be attentive in the lecture. Try to solve whatever statements I am giving at the time of a lecture or after the lecture. Okay. मला इथून पुढे प्रेझेंट ही व्यवस्थितच हवी लेक्चरला. ठीक आहे. एखाद्या वेळेस नेटवर्क इश्यू असतो, ते नेटवर्क इश्यू असणारे किती जण असणार आहेत ना? लेस अमाऊंट असणार आहे, लेस असणार आहेत. सगळ्यांना तर नेटवर्क इश्यू ऍट अ टाइम असू शकत नाही. मला पण असतो, मी पण कधी कधी लेक्चर मधनं आता जस्ट बाहेर पडले होते. राईट? पण तुम्ही ठीक आहे मध्ये आधी जॉईन करा ना, असं ह्याच्याने तुमचाच लॉस होणार आहे. ओके. सो वी विल मूव टुवर्ड्स द नेक्स्ट एक्झाम्पल. आतापर्यंतच्या एक्झाम्पल मध्ये कुणाला काही डाऊट्स आहेत?
Ma'am,
येस.
instead of using parsing, we also can typecast
Yes,
this
yes,
thing.
yes. Yes, yes.
It is
Typecasting
quite
is also
simple
there.
then.
Yes, yes, yes. That's why I have not mentioned over here because everybody has not aware about that parsing and typecasting concept. Whenever we will cover it, we will see again exception handling such a types of examples. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
हा, आय विल इन्व्हेस्ट वन लेक्चर ऑन दॅट कन्सेप्ट ओनली. कारण की जर तुम्हाला पार्सिंग आणि टाईप कास्टिंग हे प्रॉपरली समजलं तर त्याचा खूप यूज आहे जेव्हा तुम्ही प्रोजेक्ट्स करता त्यावेळेस, कारण की कन्व्हर्जन हे येतं प्रोजेक्ट्स मध्ये. राईट?
Yeah, ma'am.
हा, त्याच्यामुळे मग मी सेपरेट लेक्चर घेणार आहे त्यासाठी. आता मी ह्याच्यामध्ये म्हणूनच ऍड केलेलं नाही. ओके. But I want, yes, Fiza?
No, ma'am, no any queries. You
Okay,
can.
okay. बट मी आता एक्सेप्शन हँडलिंग आज स्टार्ट केलेलं आहे. इथून पुढे मी ज्याचा रोल नंबर कॉल करेन नेक्स्ट लेक्चर पासून त्यांनाच मला आन्सर दिले पाहिजे, आयदर इन द फॉर्मॅट ऑफ अ टेक्स्ट or orally, or you can share your screens, or you can share your images, no issues. ओके, मग ते तुम्ही हाताने पेजेसवर लिहा, चालेल, काहीही प्रॉब्लेम नाही. कारण की मलाही माहिती आहे सगळ्यांकडेच लॅपटॉप आहेत असं नाही. तुम्हाला जर दुसरे कोणते इश्यूज असतील तर तुम्ही पेजेसवर लिहा आणि ते ती इमेज शो करा इथे. पण असं नुसते बसू नका. जावा ही लँग्वेज आहे. जावाची जोपर्यंत तुम्ही प्रॅक्टिस करत नाही तोपर्यंत तुम्हाला ती सिंटॅक्टिकली करेक्ट आणि जे तुम्हाला आउटपुट आहे ते आउटपुट तुम्हाला शो करता येणार नाही. ठीक आहे, जर तुम्ही आता इथे व्यवस्थित अटेम्प्ट केलात सगळ्या गोष्टी तर तुम्हाला इझी जाईल फ्युचरमध्ये. ओके, सो फ्रॉम next lecture onwards, whenever I will call you anybody's name or anybody's roll number, at least give me answer in the format of a text or in the format of a orally, right? Or you can share your screens, pages, no issues. पण तुम्हाला ते कुठून तरी माझ्यापर्यंत पोहोचवायचं आहे, जे काही तुमचे आन्सर आहे ते. त्याशिवाय मी तुमची इथं प्रेझेंट सिरियसली मार्क नाही करणार. ज्याचं नाव घेतलं त्यानं तरी. जर तुमचा नेटवर्क इश्यू असेल, पण नेटवर्क इश्यू सगळ्यांचाच नसतो, एखाद्याचा मी कन्सिडर करेन, पण सगळेच जण ते रिझन द्यायला लागला तर मी ते कन्सिडर करणार नाही. ओके, नेक्स्ट, array index bound, right? This is part of a index out of bounds exception. Okay, so suppose I have declared one array A, right, having values 5. I have given here size of array as a 5 and I am assigning 50 to size, means location 10, means A location at the 9th position, but our array size is only 5, so we cannot assign any values after that size. Means we can allocate values from location 0 to 4, we cannot further as values, right? So this is array index out of bounds exception. And one more thing, uh, now we have seen number of exception. You have understood that whenever we are writing any name of that exception, each and every word start with capital letter, right? Here array A is start with capital A, again for index capital I, out capital O, ऑफ ला पण कॅपिटल ओ आहे, स्मॉल ओ नाही, otherwise it will generate one error, means your given name is wrong like this. Okay, I will show that type of error also. ठीक आहे, म्हणजे तुमचं एक्सेप्शन हँडल करायला जाताल आणि ह्याच्यामुळे एरर येईल, राईट? सो यू शुड राईट नेम ऑफ अ एक्सेप्शन इन प्रॉपर वर्ड्स. Okay, so I will run this program. I have taken very basic examples over here. I have not mentioned very large examples, right? Okay, because we are going to add value at the 10th location, means actually it is 9th location, 0 to 9. Okay, so which is not possible because we have created array of a 5 only, right? Now see, I will write here as a small o. Let's see which type of error will get generated. लक्षात येते काय सांगते ते? Okay, see here, it has given me error as cannot find symbol. This one symbol is, but it has not mentioned any type of a declaration or explanation regarding that word. लक्षात येते, तिथं फक्त एरर आली एवढंच सांगितलं, पण कशाची एरर आहे हे मेन्शन होणार नाही. त्याच्यामुळे जेव्हा तुम्ही एक्सेप्शन कोणत्या टाईपचं लिहिताय त्यावेळेस त्याचं कम्प्लिटली स्पेलिंग चेक करा, ठीक आहे, जेणेकरून तुम्हाला त्याचे एक्सेप्शन एरर्स दिसणार नाही. ओके, ह्याची प्रॅक्टिस करा. ह्याची प्रॅक्टिस तुम्ही ऑनलाईन करू शकता कारण की एकच प्रोग्राम असल्यामुळे ऑनलाईन इम्प्लिमेंट होऊ शकते. जर ऍट अ टाइम मल्टिपल प्रोग्राम्स तुम्हाला एक्झिक्यूट करायचे असतील तर ऑनलाईनला थोडासा प्रॉब्लेम येऊ शकतो. अदरवाइज ओनली वन प्रोग्राम इज देअर देन यू कॅन इम्प्लिमेंट इट. ओके. हॅव यू टेकन इट स्क्रीनशॉट? Okay. So before moving before moving towards the next part, if you are having any type of a doubt, you can ask me because for some of you, it might happen that you have seen it for first time because all these names are new for everybody, right? कारण की आतापर्यंत तुम्ही हे फक्त एरर्स पाहिलेले असतील पण हे एरर्स काय आहे ते तुम्हालाही माहित नसतील. त्याच्यामुळे तुम्ही एकदा चेक करा. मी 2 मिनिटं देते आणि विचारा काही क्वेश्चन्स असतील तर. अदरवाइज वी विल मूव फर्दर. Okay, should we move further? No doubts? Okay. Before moving towards next part, first give me attendance. Roll number 1.
Present,
Roll
ma'am.
number 2. Okay, next 3.
Present, ma'am.
Then 4,
Present, ma'am.
5,
Present, ma'am.
6. 6 is there. Okay, 7,
Present, ma'am.
8,
Present, ma'am.
9.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, roll number 9.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. 10,
Present, ma'am.
11.
मॅम ती लेफ्ट झाली तुझं नेटवर्क इश्यू.
Okay. 12,
प्रेझेंट मॅम.
13.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. 14,
Present, ma'am.
15. Roll number 15. 15 is there. 16,
Present, ma'am.
17,
Present, ma'am.
18, 18, 19,
Present, ma'am.
20. Roll number 20 is there. Siddhali. 21.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. 22.
प्रेझेंट मॅम.
23.
Present, ma'am.
23 is there. Okay.
Present, ma'am.
24. 25.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 26. Okay, then 27.
Present, ma'am.
28. 28 is there. 29. 30.
Present, ma'am.
30. Yes, 30. Okay. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37.
Present.
Okay. 38. 39. 40.
Present, ma'am.
41. 40 है का? Hello, Avinash. Your roll number is?
40.
Your okay. 41 is there. Okay. 42 is there. Next. 43. 43. 44.
Present.
45.
Present, ma'am.
44 है ना तुमचा महेश? Okay, ज्ञानेश्वर. महेश. 44 है ना roll number? Okay. Okay. 46. 47. 48.
Yes, madam.
Okay. 49.
Present, ma'am.
50. Okay. 51.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. 52 is there. 53.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, I have noted. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59 is present.
Present, ma'am.
58 ka?
59. Present. 58, ma'am.
Okay. 59, 60 is present. 61. 61 is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 62. 63. Okay. 64. 64. 65. 66.
Present, ma'am. 66 present.
Okay. 67.
Present, ma'am.
68. 68 is there. 69. 69. 70 is there. 71 is there. 72. Roll number 72. 73. 74.
73 present, ma'am.
Okay.
74.
Okay.
75.
7. Okay. 76. 76 is there. 77.
Yes, present, madam.
Okay. 78. 79.
Present.
Okay. 80. Okay. Now I will write here roll numbers. If anybody is present or join now, check it and give the present.
Ma'am, roll number 18 is present.
Roll number?
Ma'am, roll number 18.
18 or 15? Okay.
Ma'am, roll number 6 is present. 18.
Yes, I have noted.
18, 1, 8.
Yes, I have noted. Okay, check it. If anybody is present, then told me. Okay, so just check it once. See here, you can only see that how many students are absent. And how will you find out the link of previous lecture in next lecture? जर मी आज जे काही सांगितलंय जे तुम्हाला माहीतच नाहीये तर तुम्हाला नेक्स्ट लेक्चरला ते कळणार कसं ना? येस, एम आय राईट? करेक्ट आहे का नाही? त्यामुळे जे कोणी तुमचे फ्रेंड्स आहेत त्यांना एकदा सांगा, कारण की ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी एक पहिल्या कन्सेप्टवर सेकंड कन्सेप्ट डिपेंड आहे. जर तुम्हाला पहिल्या कन्सेप्टचं काहीच लिंकिंग नसेल तर नेक्स्ट लेक्चरला तुम्हाला काय चाललंय काहीच कळणार नाही ना. बरं, आपण जेव्हा क्लासमध्ये असायचो त्यावेळेस एका वेळेस हार्डली 2 ते 3 पॉइंट्स कव्हर व्हायचे, पण आता तसं नाही होत. ऑनलाईन असल्यामुळे फास्ट कव्हर होते, हे तुम्हाला पण माहित आहे, राईट? त्याच्यामुळे जर तुमचं लिंकिंग कुठं ब्रेक झालं तर मग तुम्हाला ते पुढे कळणार नाहीये, हा मोठा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. येस, रोल नंबर 62 noted and roll number 15 also. Yes, anybody has remained? Total 27 students are absent out of 80. So from here onwards, I want minimum 95% presenting. I know some network issues are there. For them, only some problems will be there. I am not considering that. But if you are having very, then easy to, then that in that case only it's okay. But you have to attend all the lectures properly. कारण की मी इथून पुढे मध्ये आधी तुम्हाला क्वेश्चन्स विचारणार आहे, त्यावेळेस तुम्हाला क्वेश्चनची आन्सर द्यायचीच आहे. यू कॅन राईट ऑन द टेक्स्ट बॉक्स, नो इश्यूज. कारण जर नेटवर्क इश्यू असेल तर तुमचा माईक ऑन होत नाही, मलाही माहित आहे. त्या केसमध्ये तुम्ही चॅट बॉक्सला व्यवस्थित मेन्शन करू शकताय. ओके, शुड वी मूव टुवर्ड्स नेक्स्ट पॉइंट? Yes. And one more thing, after attendance, don't leave the sessions. Not only for my lecture, for all lectures. Okay. So kindly consider it, because if you have missed any point at the end of a lecture, we are declaring very some concepts, because that concept we have to cover after the completion of that particular lecture. Sometimes we are assigning some task to you, that task is get lost, right? So don't leave the session after giving the attendance. Okay, so next one is a multi-catch block. Right now we have seen a single try block and single catch block, so we can add the multiple catch block for a single exception also. Okay, now here we will see the hierarchy of exceptions, which is the parent class, which is the subclass, and likewise. Okay, so a try block can be followed by one or more catch blocks. Each catch block must contain a different exception handler. So if you have to perform different tasks at the occurrence of a different exception, use Java multi-catch block. Now see, here some rules are there. It is like a one rule. Okay, at a time only one exception occurs, and at a time only one catch block is get executed. जरी तुम्ही तिथे मल्टिपल कॅच ब्लॉक्स दिले असले तरी जर एक एक्सेप्शन ऑकर झालं तर त्या एक्सेप्शन साठी त्या मल्टिपल कॅच ब्लॉक पैकी फक्त एकच कॅच ब्लॉक यूज होतो. ओके, all catch blocks must be ordered from most specific to most general. That is, catch for arithmetic exception must come before the catch for exception. So you should follow the sequence of that exceptions, right? Means जे तुम्हाला आधी exception occurrence होणार आहे जे वाटते, means runtime, all those runtime exception must be present first, then compile time, and then main class of a exception, that is the exception. This is the sequence of handling the exception, right? Now I will show you its examples. Okay, so here onwards all these examples are there. Multiple catch block is the name of that class. See here, same example is there, right? This is related to array, and this is array out of bounds exception, and after that arithmetic exception. Okay, but before before array index out of bounds exception, arithmetic exception is present in front of us, because first we are calculating the value and then we are assigning into the array. This is the flow. So here first exception based on the arithmetic, and then second exception is based on the array index out of bounds. That's why first catch block I have written here first exception is a arithmetic exception, because in flow we can see that this is first. ठीक आहे, तुम्ही आता एसपी आणि सीसी हे सब्जेक्ट्स आहेत, राईट? तुम्ही आता एसपी शिकताय, सिस्टीम प्रोग्रामिंग, राईट? येस, आय एम ऑडिबल? सिस्टीम प्रोग्रामिंग शिकताय ना सध्या? Yes, students. Give response
Yeah,
from
ma'am.
your side. Okay,
We are learning the SP.
right. You are learning the SP. Whether that concept has started, means implementation of a statements from right side to left side. Yes. Whether that concept
You are
has,
talking about variant 1 or variant 2.
right, variant 1 and variant 2. Right,
Ah,
right,
yeah.
correct.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it is completed.
completed. So you know the
Yeah,
flow of execution of the statements, right?
yeah,
Now see, I will write here one sample. Okay. Suppose I have written one statement 1 is equal to variable 1 divided by variable 2. Okay. So this is like nothing but this format. हे जे स्टेटमेंट मी लिहिले ना आता कमेंट मध्ये, हे जे एक्झिक्युशन आहे तेच म्हणजे हा पार्ट आहे, राईट? जे तुम्ही सध्या एसपी ला शिकता आहात ती बॅकग्राऊंड आहे, म्हणजे जे काही तुम्हाला जे न दिसणारा पार्ट आहे सॉफ्टवेअरचा, तो सध्या तुम्ही एसपी मध्ये शिकताय. ओके, तर आता जेव्हा मी हे जे एक्झिक्यूट करायला जाईल त्यावेळेस ते कुठून स्टार्ट होणार एक्झिक्युशन? फ्रॉम लेफ्ट साइड और फ्रॉम राइट साइड? Yes, anybody can? Just tell me that statement will execute from either from left side or from right side. Yes, Pizza?
ma'am, var2 divided by var1.
Don't change the sequence. I know its implementation is starts from right to left, but here,
Yeah,
but here dividation process is there, right? So whenever you will consider dividation process, again it will generate the sequence as it will first check variable 1 and then variable 2. Okay, for only for the dividation, and this is same applicable for the subtraction. लक्षात येतंय?
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm confused. My right side is your left side or right side. That's why.
Okay,
I'm like
understood. Okay, understood. ओके, लक्षात येतं सगळ्यांच्या? जर इथे ऍडिशन किंवा मल्टिप्लिकेशन असतं तर करेक्टली राईट टू लेफ्ट स्टेटमेंट झालं असतं. ओके, पण इथे डिवायडेशन आहे त्याच्यामध्ये ह्या दोघांच्या मधला परत लेफ्ट टू राईट हा सिक्वेन्स येणार आहे, राईट? बरं, हे जाऊ दे, हे तुम्हाला एसपी मध्ये होतं, हे फक्त मला सांगायचं होतं. ह्या सिक्वेन्स नुसार तुमचं पहिलं स्टेटमेंट काय कम्प्लीट होणार आहे? व्हेरिएबल 1 डिवाइड बाय व्हेरिएबल 2, म्हणजेच हे म्हणजे अरिथमॅटिक एक्सेप्शनचा फर्स्ट पार्ट कव्हर होणार आहे. आणि तो जर प्रॉपर असेल तर ते सेकंड म्हणजेच नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट कडे जाणार आहे, म्हणजेच ह्या व्हॅल्यू कडे येणार आहे. ओके, means here values are clear cut. Means suppose I have written here 30 divided by 2, its value is a 15 and we want to save that value in the a of 5, but here size of our array is 5 and we are assigning size to 6. 6th location, means actually from 0 to 5 values are not there, only 0 to 4 values are there. In that case, array index out of bounds exception will be there. And after that, if any exception will occur over here, it will be considered as a parent class exception. ओके, जर ह्या व्यतिरिक्त कुठलं एक्सेप्शन जर इथे ऑकर झालं तर ते पॅरेंट क्लास एक्सेप्शन कडे जाईल. ओके, सो फर्स्ट आय विल रन दिस प्रोग्राम. आता मी इथे 30 डिवाइड बाय 0 ठेवते का तर मला पहिलं एक्सेप्शन चेक करून दाखवायचं. ओके, okay, all these exceptions are the runtime, that's why it prints after the compilation, sorry, execution. Okay, arithmetic exception is get occurred because we have written here 30 divided by 0, because implementation rule is from right to left, that's why this exception is get handled first. Now see, I will write here 30 divided by 2. Okay, now there is a no type of exception is present on the right hand side. Now here left hand side exception is there, and that exception is nothing but the array index out of bounds exception. ही केस तुम्हाला कधी समोर येईल जर तुम्ही युजर कडनं व्हॅल्यूज घेत असाल तर ह्या केसेस जनरेट होतील. आता आपण प्रोग्राम थ्रू व्हॅल्यूज देतोय, राईट. जेव्हा युजर कडनं व्हॅल्यूज देताल त्यावेळेस तुम्हाला माहित नसणार आहे की सेकंड व्हॅल्यू ही 0 असेल का नाही, right? So that case you have to handle the exceptions. Okay, now see, array index out of bounds exception will occur. Understood? Okay, any queries regarding this program? Yes. Okay, should
Yeah,
we move
ma'am.
further?
Yeah.
Okay. While practicing, if we have find out some queries, you should note it and send it to me. Okay, कारण की इथे थोडंसं कन्फ्युजन होण्याचे चान्सेस आहेत तुम्हाला सिक्वेन्स फाइंड आउट करताना. तुम्हाला एसपी ला आता हे सिक्वेन्स झाले त्याच्यामुळे नाही प्रॉब्लेम येणार. त्याहून जरी सिक्वेन्सचा प्रॉब्लेम आला तर मला मेसेज करा किंवा फोन करा, काहीही करा चालेल. ओके, फक्त हे व्यवस्थित फॉलो करा, अदरवाइज ऍट द टाइम ऑफ अ प्रोजेक्ट इट विल बी ट्रबल टू यू. कारण की प्रोजेक्ट म्हटलं तुम्हाला एक्सेप्शन्स येणार आणि ते एक्सेप्शन हँडल करावे लागणार. ओके, नाउ सी, दिस इज सेकंड टाइप. What I have done over here, I have created one array of size 5 and I am printing here value at the location 10. But see, here two types of exceptions are there. First one, I have only declared here array, not assigned any values to that array, and still I am printing the value, and that value is at the location 9th, which is not present in that array. Okay, now see what will be the output. लक्षात आलंय, मी फक्त इथे एक अरे डिक्लेअर केलाय साईज 5 असलेला. मी कोणतीही व्हॅल्यू त्या अरे मध्ये असाइन केलेली नाही आणि तरी पण मी प्रिंट कोणती करायला जाते, लोकेशन 10 मीन्स ए ऑफ 9th लोकेशन वाली प्रिंट करते, राइट. नाउ चेक इट, व्हॉट विल बी इट्स आन्सर. अरे इंडेक्स आउट ऑफ बाउंड्स एक्सेप्शन, राइट. ते काय एक्सेप्शन आलं, कारण इथं अरिथमॅटिक एक्सेप्शन येण्यासाठी आपण इथं कोणतीच अरिथमॅटिक ऑपरेशन्स केलेले नाहीत, राइट. ऍडिशन, मल्टिप्लिकेशन, डिवायडेशन, मॉड्युलस ह्याच्यापैकी आपण कोणतेच ऑपरेशन इथे यूज केलेलं नाही, त्याच्यामुळे अरिथमॅटिक एक्सेप्शन कडे जाण्याचा विषयच येणार नाही. नेक्स्ट अरे इंडेक्स आउट ऑफ बाउंड्स का म्हटलंय, because here our array size is 5 and we are trying to printing the values at location 9th, 0 to 9 values and at the 9th location, which is considered as a 10th one. Okay, that's why it is giving me exception as a array index out of bounds. Okay, so take it screenshot Okay. Then next one, if you are having any doubts, then interrupt me and ask those doubts. Okay. Then next one. Now see here. Different exceptions are there. First one is a arithmetic. Then here size is a 5 and I am going to assign the value to this sixth location. So this is one array index bound exception. This is another array index bound exception. Means there is a no value related to a of 10 and still I am printing on the console, trying to print on the console. Okay, so total 3 exceptions are there. Out of these 3, these 2 are the same, but these 2 are generating by this location problems. Okay, but according to that rules, implementation rules means from right to left, first exception is the, now you have to give me answer, right? We have seen 2 examples. Now you have to give me answer. Okay, just 1 minute. I will call the roll number. Roll number 55. We have seen the 2 examples. Only I have combined these 2 examples in the same program. Okay, now tell me the answer, which exception will be occurred after running this program. Roll number 55. Yes, roll number 55, are you present in the class? Roll number 55, it means you have left the class. See here, whenever I will call the roll numbers after the attendance, and if you are not present in the class, then see, I will pass those roll numbers to your CCs. You have to take care of it afterwards. Next roll number. Roll number 40.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what will be the answer for this program? Okay, only I have combined first 2 programs.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So you can tell me its
Here,
answer first, see it and then tell me.
print the value of A. 10.
Answer is?
10.
How is it possible? Don't be afraid. Tell me. Whatever you have understood, you can. Check it once.
Not understand, ma'am. Completely not understand.
ओके, ह्याच्यासाठी सांगते मी, जेव्हा तुम्हाला क्वेरी विचारत असते त्यावेळेस सांगा. तुम्हीच एकटे नाहीत, मी असं इन जनरल स्टेटमेंट करते.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I am explain it once again. See it properly. See here now. Here I have declared only declaration of a array, not I have provided any value to that array. Okay, हा array किती साईजचा आहे तर 5 चा, म्हणजे टोटल 5 व्हॅल्यूज आपण त्याच्यामध्ये स्टोअर करणार आहे, राईट? स्टिल I am assigning value as a 30 divided by 0. It means its actual value is infinity, so it will generate an exception, but I am assigning it at the location 5th. ह्या डिक्लेरेशन नुसार तुमच्या अरेच्या व्हॅल्यूज कोणत्या लोकेशनला असणार आहेत? आयदर 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 4, राईट? टोटल 5 आहे, म्हणजे टोटल लोकेशन्स कुठनं असणार आहेत? 0 पासून 4 पर्यंत. पण मी कुठे असाइन करायला लागले? 5th लोकेशनला, जी की ह्या अरे मध्ये प्रेझेंट नाही. त्याच्यामुळे हा एक एक्सेप्शनचा पार्ट आहे. 30 डिवाइड बाय 0 हे डिवाइड बाय 0चं एक्सेप्शन आहे. त्याच्यानंतर आणि मी प्रिंट करताना कोणती व्हॅल्यू प्रिंट करायला चालली? A of 10th लोकेशन, विच इज नॉट प्रेझेंट इन द गिवन अरे. येस, So total 3 exceptions are there. Out of these 3, this one is the arithmetic exception, this one is the array index out of bounds exception, and this one is also a array index out of bounds exception. ओके, पण तुम्ही एसपी मध्ये जसं शिकलायत की तुमचं जे स्टेटमेंट्स एक्झिक्युशनचा जो फ्लो आहे तो राईट साइड कडून लेफ्ट साइड कडे असतो. त्याच्यामुळे जे राईट साइडला आहे ते फर्स्ट एक्सेप्शन हँडल केलं जातं. ओके, त्याच्यामुळे इथं बाय डिफॉल्ट अरिथमॅटिक एक्सेप्शन आधी हँडल होणार. जर इथं अनदर व्हॅल्यू असेल अदर दॅन 0, hello hello, am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am. Now you're audible. Means before
Okay, okay, I feel that I'm not audible, that's why I have asked that question.
Yeah, ma'am. You're not audible.
Up to which part?
Just you have explained like arithmetic exception because
Huh?
of 30 divided by 0, and again you have to print which is not part of array like a of 10.
Okay. Whether my screen is visible?
No, ma'am. Probably
1 minute.
you have,
1 minute.
you have to share again.
Okay, so we will see that program and we will stop here. We will cover remaining part in the next lectures. Okay. ठीक आहे, त्याच्यामुळे फर्स्ट आन्सर काय असणार आहे तुमचं अरिथमॅटिक एक्सेप्शन, का तर आपण डिवाइड बाय 0 करतोय. जर इथे दुसरी व्हॅल्यू असेल तर तुमचं एक्सेप्शन इथे जनरेट होणार आणि ते कोणतं जनरेट होईल? अरे इंडेक्स. ओके, सो वी विल सी वन बाय वन. So first I will implement the third first, that is the arithmetic exception. Okay, 30 divided by 0 आहे म्हणून arithmetic exception आलं. Okay, now I will write here it as a 2, means there is no any exception over here. Now I will again execute it. Okay, तर हे जे एक्सेप्शन आलंय हे कुणासाठी आलंय? a of 5 साठी, कारण की a of 5 ही लोकेशनच प्रेझेंट नाही. आपला अरे 5 साईडचा आहे, हे 6 लोकेशन आहे. आणि सपोज मी इथं a of 3 लिहिलं तर तुम्हाला परत एक अरे इंडेक्स आउट ऑफ एक्सेप्शन येईल, ते ह्या लाईन साठी. ओके, सो आय एम फिल्टरिंग दिस प्रोग्राम इनटू डिफरंट पार्ट्स सो यू कॅन सी फॉर विच एरर for which line which exception is there. Okay, understood? For this line that exception is there. And now I will print it as 3. Now there is no any exception. Okay, 15 is get printed and remaining code. Understood the flow of statements? Okay, so you should check the flow of a statement. If you are having any doubts you can ask me, or if you want to use these programs you can tell me. I will share those programs by making it zip to you. Okay, so today we will stop here. In next lecture we will see remaining part. Okay.